Henry, I know you bought into everything Aggie. How excited are you for this game? And I know you had family history with like for Virginia Tech. How much do you just know about rivalries, know about this rivalry, and what does it mean?
I think rivalries are good. They're good for the people. They're good for the sport. They're good for the players. They're good for the coaches. I think it just allows, two good teams, two whatever it is, baseball, tennis, soccer, basketball. It just allows two teams to really go at it and have a little bit of background behind it. And I think it just, emphasizes the game even more for both sides. Both teams are going to play even harder, knowing the backstory behind a rivalry. And so I think for us, we're all excited. I know the coaches are excited. The players are very excited. But we know we have a task at hand. We have to win the game. And so I think the guys and the coaches have prepared us in the right way. And we're excited for tomorrow.
I know Kadeen said he knew you a little bit from back over in Virginia. What is it? What is that relationship like? And to get to play a guy you know, especially in a game like this.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Known him for a while. Comes from an unbelievable family. And he's bought into how Texas plays, and he's a really good player. And so I think it'll be a lot of fun come tomorrow night.
There's been a lot of praise for Coach Devin, just the defensive game plans and the way you guys have been able to prepare and execute on defense. Just from each of you, what do you think it's going to take to be able to continue the success on the defensive side, particularly throughout conference play?
I mean, like you said, Coach Dev, he a guru when it comes to defense, and just listening to him and believing in our foundation and trusting our work is what's gonna get us through Saturday and games after that. So shout out to Coach Dev.
Yeah, I'd say like the Coach Dev has done an unbelievable job, and Coach Slayer of finding out how can we be better after every single game. Even when you have a really good defensive game, Coach Dev kind of nitpicks, and us as 20-year-olds, we don't like that. We're like, we just played a really good game. What do you mean we have to do something different? But he's somebody who, like, Zhuric just said, he's a guru on the defensive end. He finds things that, we can get better at each and every day. And so I think when everybody's committed, to getting better on the defensive end, at even the small things, I think, we'll be really good for, games to come.
Yeah, and Henry, you've been around the block in the SEC a couple times now. Just when you look at across the league, the offensive numbers are just off the charts. Just what stands out to you about just the style of play and the way that teams have been able to be so successful on offense so far?
I think what makes the SEC a little bit different than most leagues is how different almost every single team is. You look at an Alabama team, Moneyball team, shoot the three very well, and they shoot layups at a high level. You look at a team like Florida, who is used a lot of ball screens and really likes to score the ball on the inside. You just throughout every team, you can see how different the pace of play is a lot different. I think, and so you have to kind of have a different game plan almost every single game. And I think it speaks to who Zhuric is, Wade is, the guys who are out on the floor being able to adjust very quickly. You might have just had a game where we're playing a super fast team. They shoot a lot of threes. Well, we got to gear it down. We're about to play a really slow team who only wants to score inside. And so I think, with Coach Dev and Coach Lair and all the guys staying committed to, trying to get better at the little things, it'll just help us in the long run for the SEC.
So, Rick, what's your history with knowing anything about this rivalry and your excitement for this game?
I know a little bit. My mom, she's told me a little bit. But I just know this, A&M Texas rivalry for a while. I'm just excited to play on Saturday.
Is your mom associated with one of the two programs?
Yeah, she went to A&M.
She went to A&M. Cool.
Yeah.
Henry, after the non-conference schedule that y'all played this year, just how prepared do you feel like your team is for SEC play, maybe in comparison to years past?
I give a lot of credit to Coach Lair, who put together a really good schedule, a difficult schedule. We played a lot of games on the road, but I think within that, we played a lot of different teams. So it prepares us, very well. Like I just kind of alluded to, how the SEC, there's a bunch of different style of teams. And I think we got a challenge with that almost every single game playing our non-conference schedule. So I think it's prepared us in the right way.
And then just excitement level for having this first one here at Reed.
I'm excited. I think, the 12th man will come out and there'll be a lot of people there. And I know all the guys on the team are super excited to play in this rivalry. Some guys have, a connection, with A&M years back, and some parents went here, brothers, sisters and stuff went here. And so I think for them, it's going to be, ultra fun to kind of play in a game like this. Me being somebody from Virginia, never heard of a Texas A&M rivalry. I was always Virginia Tech rivalry. So, I kind of know what rivalries are, and when you're on one side of them, you just hope the other side doesn't win. And so hopefully tomorrow, Zhuric and myself and the guys are, pull out a win.
Henry, from my understanding, you go to a lot of different sporting events here. So just the Texas games you've gone to, A&M Texas, whether it's baseball, volleyball, soccer, just how different are those environments for A&M Texas compared to kind of the typical game, and what have those experiences been like?
They've been unbelievable. They've been a lot of fun. Watching some on the TV and then going to some, they've been, like I said, the other side just doesn't like, they just don't like each other. And I think, that's what's good about rivalries. One team is going to come out victorious, and then you're just, the other side's going to hate that for about a year, and then you have another time to play them. And so I think that just makes, rivalries good. And I think, watching when Coach Morrison, when they went in, into Austin, they won that game. I think that was for me kind of, a little bit of chills. They hadn't done it in a while. Coach Morrison, unbelievable coach. And so, just seeing stuff like that just gives, hope, and gives you, small piece of wisdom about how this game and how this rivalry truly is. You saw, how they celebrated after the game and how much, it meant to the team. And so, I hope that's us tomorrow.
You had ties to Virginia and Virginia Tech, so could you really sense the rivalry? Because you couldn't really hate one or the other, right?
Oh no, I couldn't stand Virginia. I was a Virginia Tech fan. Yeah. I love Virginia Tech football, and so Coach Beamer, Coach Foster, all those guys, love Virginia Tech football. My mom's gonna actually hate that, but I was a Virginia Tech fan. So.
Zhuric, obviously, you've played rivalry games, not necessarily this one, but you've played games that probably mean a little bit more to you personally. What is that mentality for you as as a scorer, or somebody who's a competitor?
I think it's like just knowing that it's gonna be a rivalry. I think we know that, but just for me, just go out and play. The game that I know how to play. Even though we're playing a rivalry, I think, like I said about about Coach Dev, just being us and just being me. I think that's my mentality. Going into Saturday's game.
Zhuric both said, Texas might be one of the faster teams you guys have played. Just
Yeah.
kind of what do you feel like is key against a team like this and a backcourt? They're freshmen, Trey Johnson that scores a lot too.
Yeah, really fast team, really good players, really good coach. I think, just from Coach Dev and, what we've been planning on and, preparing for, I think he got us in the right position to, to focus on those things like that. So I think, the practice that we had today is going to lead us into, Saturday night's game.
Henry, the volleyball game, did you watch it on TV or did you go out there?
I watched the one in Austin on TV,
Yeah.
and then here I don't know why we weren't. I don't think we were able to go to it for some reason. But I had watched a soccer game on TV, and then obviously watched the baseball and stuff. And so I just think it's like I said. I remember talking to Commissioner Sankey in the spring meetings about how much rivalries bring everything to the table, bring everything full circle. Now blessed this opportunity is to be able to play in a game like this when I think everybody takes it for granted when you walk out there and there's 15,000 people cheering and there's 1 million people watching on TV. I think you take it for granted that there are a ton of kids that want to be in that position and would want to walk out there. They don't even have to get into the game, just to be out there on that floor, see a crowd, have somebody cheering behind you. I think it's really special. I think, sometimes even myself, I take it for granted. And then tomorrow I walk on that floor, I hope that I have, ultra gratitude, and I'm thankful to be in that position.
Did you ever learn any fun facts or interesting stories about the rivalry?
Not really, honestly. Just, everybody was like, I just don't like Texas. I was like, all right, I got it.